Welcome to another new video with Diego Guevara. Today we're going to be talking about hip-hop and music. So roll the intro. Y'all like the intro, guys? Me too. I worked very hard on it. Alright, so as you guys may have known, because I've said many times on this channel, Eminem is probably my favorite rapper of all time. I honestly can't remember when I first got into Eminem, but it's been a long time. And that long time has made me listen to more and more hip-hop, not just Eminem. So yeah, I can say that Eminem was the hip-hop artist that brought me into the genre. Made me love artists like Biggie, Tupac, Rakim, the entirety of Outkast, Big L, G-Rap, K-Soul, a lot of artists. But what we're going to be doing today is we're going to solely be talking about Eminem and his discography, because today we will be ranking the entirety of Eminem's albums from worst to best, from Infinite to Music to Be Murdered By. I hope a lot of people don't get mad at, the bottom tier list, but I think a lot of people might agree with what I have up top. So let's start. At number 11, we have Infinite. Now, I'm not putting Infinite as last because it's a horrible album. In fact, I think it's better than the other two that are going to be on top. I just don't really come back to it a lot. And I think that might be the main problem. It's replay value. I don't really go back to the calmer sounding Eminem because after that album, it's a totally different guy rapping. And again, I don't mind the album. And I'm actually not going to give it a rating. I'm going to give all the other albums a rating, not this one. I just feel like it's a very early album. I mean, it's his first pre-studio album. I'm not going to be too harsh on it. I know I'm putting it at last, but again, it's not because it's a horrible album. My favorite song off the album is Infinite, though. Kind of had to guess on that one, huh? Okay, now with studio albums, let's get into number 10. It might be either a shocker or a lot of people kind of expect this already, but Revival. Lord Jesus Christ Revival is a bad album. It's a horrible album. I don't care. Eminem stans, come my way. I don't care. But this album is garbage, okay? But it has a lot of gems. That's why it's not a 0, because it has really good songs. But it also has songs that drag it down so much. Like, seriously. I don't want to listen to nearly the same song again. I mean, Untouchable, I agree Untouchable's message is a good message and it should be getting across. And in fact, I would even consider the first half of the song unbearable because of the beat. In fact, the whole rock, rap, Rick Rubin beats, I absolutely despise. And the second half of that song is very much more enjoyable than the first. But yeah, songs like that I just can't stand. But my favorite songs of the album are Castle and a Rose. I consider that one song, I don't care. Framed, which prove Eminem's storytelling is just top notch. And Defended. I just like that song. I don't know why. It gives me classic vintage Eminem vibes, talking about topics, because I know his rapping style isn't classic Eminem, but I still like the idea of it, and I can stand the beat a little bit. But yeah, Revival is a bad album. I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 10. Number 9, Encore. Encore was meh. It's literally mid. Encore is literally the definition of mid. But again, like, even the worst Eminem albums have gems of songs, because the man, even if he does something bad, something good's gonna come out of it. That's how good the man is. I really like how he tried to, kind of go with the sound that was on the Eminem show. And I do know the story that a lot of it got leaked, like, before the entire album release, so he had to do a lot of rewriting and a lot of new songs, and I understand, but that doesn't excuse the fact that it's a very weird album. with songs like my first single, Jesus Christ, or Yuck. Ooh. But it also has great songs. I mean, it has a classic in here, Mockingbird. Mockingbird is an Eminem classic. It ranks in Eminem's best songs, in my opinion. It also has Evil Deeds and Yellow Brick Road. And Like Toy Soldiers. Those are 4 amazing songs and Eminem top tier songs. But again, like songs like Just Lose It, come on, man. Come on. 5 out of 10. Mid. Sitting at number 8 is one of his most recent, Kamikaze. Now we get into kind of bad albums to decent albums. In my opinion, Kamikaze is not horrible, but it does have Nice Guy featuring Jesse Reyes, and that's just...
What the fuck is that hook, man?
What the fuck is that hook? I can't understand. I don't understand. It's the sprint bar. What the hell? I mean, I understand it, of course, but the sprint bar, what? It's horrible. But it's also a really good response album to Revival's negative critical acclaim. Now I'm not saying it's the best thing ever, because it's not. That's why it's sitting at number 8. But look, I've always, and that's why I kind of like this album, because if this were a 7-song or even an 8-song EP, because I'm one of the few people that actually like normal, if this was a 7 or 8-song EP, this would be a fantastic project. But it sadly isn't, and again, it has songs like Venom or Nice Guy. Stepping Stone is underrated though. My favorite songs off the album are The Ringer, the opener, Not Alike featuring Royce da 5'9", which is one of my favorite rappers of all time. He's very underrated. And Lucky You featuring Joyner Lucas. I don't like Joyner Lucas, but I mean, the man had to do something good when it's featuring Eminem. 6 out of 10. Ooh, let's get to the enjoyable albums. Sitting at number 7, Recovery. Recovery is post-Relapse album. In fact, his album after Relapse, which I very much enjoy, but I don't like the pop features in here, especially Pink with Won't Back Down. I'm not saying it's a bad song, I just personally, it's not my kind of thing. Now, a lot of people's problems with this album is that it does have a lot of pop beats, and honestly, I don't mind it. I mean, with Seduction, I think it's great. I think it's amazing, actually. Or No Love. No Love has more of a trap with pop because of Lil Wayne's contribution, which, by the way, Jesus Christ, Lil Wayne in that verse. I honestly didn't know how Eminem was going to top it, but Eminem is so damn good that he did. Never doubting that man again. My favorite songs off Recovery are Cold Wind Blows, No Love, and surprisingly, I don't see a lot of people talking about this song, Untitled, which is the closing song for the standard version of the album. By the way, every album I'm talking about, I'm going to be talking about the deluxe version, if there is one for it, because I mean, that's the entire complete album. But yeah, Recovery, 7.5 out of 10. Good album. I Will Die on the Train of his most recent album is great, or at least good. Because at number 6, I know it's kind of low, but we're getting to the good albums. Music to Be Murdered By. I don't care. I seriously don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
Don't care. Still don't care. I don't care. I don't
care. Music to Be Murdered By is amazing. It has some of Eminem's best songs, best verses, best featured artists. I mean, the man has Black Thought and Anderson .Paak. Oh my god. Juice WRLD. Juice WRLD is amazing. I love his hook in Godzilla. Might be my favorite part of the track. I really like that he brought Dre back, and I really like that in Kamikaze. I forgot to mention in Kamikaze. I really like that in Kamikaze and Music to Be Murdered By, he got rid of Rick Rubin, because my god, again, I hate rock beats. I seriously hate them, which is why I despise Stepdad. Honestly, Stepdad brings this album a little down, but its highs are better than its lows, because it doesn't have a lot of lows. Even its kind of weird songs like These Kind of Nights or In Too Deep, I mean, they're not great songs, but they're enjoyable. There is not one skip on this album except Stepdad. No, this album, I really like this album. I think it's a very strong album. If I had to name my favorite songs, this is where it's going to start getting hard naming favorite songs because they're really good. But I'm going to have to go with "You Gon' Learn" featuring Royce the 5'9", "I Will" featuring Royce the 5'9", Joel Ortiz, and the other Slaughterhouse guys. I'm so sorry. I just know it doesn't have Joe Budden. I'm sorry. "Darkness," which again is a top tier storytelling song by Eminem. I really want an Eminem album just to be storytelling, and that's it. That would be amazing. "Ya Ya" featuring Black Thought and Royce the 5'9", and "Lock It Up" featuring Anderson .Paak. That hook is amazing. Anderson .Paak is just very underrated. Go listen to his new single "Lockdown," which is amazing, by the way. Go listen to the YouTube version because J-Rock's verse on it is amazing. But yeah, Music to Be Murdered by, really good album, 8 out of 10. Yeah, so sitting at number 5, it's Relapse. Yeah, Relapse. I like Relapse. A lot of people seem to like Relapse now. It's been probably Eminem's best aging album. So the album that has aged the best in terms of not just sound, but also lyrically. I think Relapse is one of the best horrorcore rap albums I've ever heard. Now I know a lot of people's problems with this are the accents, but if you get to, ignoring the accents and not really paying that much attention to them, it grows to be a really good album with not a lot of misses. I like this horror themed thing that going on. I love the skit called Dr. West, where he's in a dream and he's talking to the doctor, and the doctor tells him to, if he feels like nervous or if he feels anxious, to just take drugs or drink again. I really like it. I find it really disturbing. The first time I heard it, I was genuinely chilled because it was kind of scary. But yeah, if I had to name my favorite songs of Relapse, that's hard too. But I'm going to go with Underground, 3 a.m., obviously, Beautiful, and My Darling. And My Darling might be the best song on the album. Very underrated Eminem song. But yeah, it's an amazing album. And if you get past the accents, you enjoy it way, way more. 9 out of 10. Sitting at number 4, Eminem's probably most underrated album. Yeah, very underrated, which is weird because it's the sequel to another album, Marshall Mathers LP 2. Now, I did mention pop beats and rock beats. He does have Rick Rubin for this one, and which is one of the reasons I can't stand Berserk at all. I cannot stand Berserk. But again, I think Marshall Mathers LP 2 is probably the album where lyrically he has his top game. I think he is lyrically a beast in this one. It's the best lyrical album that he has had in his entire career. It's just amazing. And his storytelling as well on songs like Bad Guy. I mean, Bad Guy being a sequel to Stan is just amazing. The song is great, and his last verse on Bad Guy might not be just the best verse on the album, but one of the best verses in hip-hop's history. I don't care. I don't care.
Don't care.
Really, I don't care. Now, it does have some weird songs, again, like Berserk. But it honestly doesn't bring this album down because its good songs are just amazing. I mean, and it does have some pop beats, but I actually like the Rihanna feature here. I like the Skylar Grey feature. And I even like the Sia feature. My God, can you name a more pop artist than Sia? It works. I actually really like it. So yeah, Marshall Mathers LP2 is at number 4. If I had to name my favorite songs, oh my God, it's getting so hard. Bad Guy, Evil Twin, Rhyme or Reason, Asshole, Baby, and Groundhog Day. That's a lot of favorite songs, but honestly, they're all amazing. They really are all good. Yeah, 9.5 out of 10. But let's move to what probably already guessed this was gonna be. I mean, come on. We're getting to his perfect albums. His 10s, which he has 3. And he can arguably have 4. I can honestly see people giving Relapse or Marshall Mathers LP to a 10. And I wouldn't be mad. I just wouldn't, agree 100%. Maybe they'd have to convince me a little bit. But let's get to his top 3. At number 3, it's the Slim Shady LP. His first studio album, produced by himself and Dr. Dre with along other producers. But yeah, the Slim Shady LP is funny. It's actually kind of emotional at times, like songs like Brain Damage. But most of all, it's funny. I mean, Eminem's early stuff is really funny. Well, especially here. And I mean, anything that Dre produces is nearly gold. So I mean, do we even have to talk about production and beats? It's amazing. I love this album. There's not one skip on this album. Maybe Come On Everybody, but even that's not a skip. It's a funny song. I don't take it too seriously. What else? I mean, is there really much to say? There's a lot to say, but in reality, what do I have to say that a lot of people haven't already said about these 3 albums? Slim Shady LP at number 3, my favorite songs, Guilty Conscience, 97 Bonnie and Clyde, Bad Meets Evil featuring Royce 5'9", and Just and Still Don't Give a Fuck. Both of them. Because again, I consider them 2 songs. I don't care. 10 out of 10. Amazing album. Sitting at number 2, man. We're getting to number 2. Top 2. The Eminem Show. Man, this album is perfect. This album is really perfect. Now, a lot of weird thing. I don't really know how to describe these beats, like beats on like Superman or Cleaning Out My Closet, which aren't exactly pop beats, but aren't exactly rock beats either. I don't know. He fuses them really good. And again, the storytelling on this album is great. Cleaning Out My Closet. I know it's an Eminem popular, and it has all the reason to be, and I know Eminem probably regrets that song today, but at the time, it's still today, it's a really good song. I mean, it just is. We can't just ignore it, which we shouldn't, because again, it's a great song. But I mean, there are also some rock beats, like Till I Collapse, which can be argued for Eminem's best song ever, or Sing for the Moment. Sing for the Moment is amazing. Great. Whew. What a good album, man. Honestly, again, can't say too much about it because people already know. Favorite song, Clean Out My Closet, Till I Collapse, Superman, Haley's song, which is such a sweet song. I like that song a lot. And Sing for the Moment. Now, let's talk about Eminem's best album. Not just his best album, one of the best hip-hop albums of all time. It's a perfect album, no skips. I still like Amityville. I don't care what people say. Marshall Mathers LP. It has good comedy. It has good sound. It has Eminem at his second best lyrical album. It's so good, man. It's so good. And I mean, again, storytelling. You have Stan on here. Stan, it might be probably the best storytelling hip-hop song of all time, if you exclude Nas. Because, man, that man is good too. God damn, Nas is amazing. I should make a video on him too. I should make a video on Nas. But anyway, we're talking about Marshall Mathers LP. This, I also consider it a little horrorcore album as well, because of songs like Kill You or Kim. I mean, come on, Kim. I don't know why people don't like that song. I mean, the point of it is to be disturbing, which it is, and also the storytelling is just genius. I mean, come on, it's a great song. But yeah, picking favorite songs for this album is really, really difficult because they're all amazing. But if I had to pick them, Marshall Mathers, Kill You, Criminal, I'm Back, Stan, Bitch Please 2, and literally the entirety of this album. 10 out of 10. Perfect album. A perfect hip-hop album. Not just an Eminem album. A perfect hip-hop album. It's a perfect project. Number 1. So yeah, that was my Eminem albums ranked, going from Infinite to Revival to Encore to Kamikaze, Recovery, Music to Be Murdered By, Relapse, Marshall Mathers LP 2, Slim Shady LP, The Eminem Show, and his best album, The Marshall Mathers LP. I look very forward to what Eminem has to do in the future. I really hope for some features that I've been waiting for a long time. Another feature with Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole. I would really like to collaborate with him. I would really like him to collaborate with J-Rock. I don't know if that's a crazy thing. I've always dreamed, and now this is gonna sound very stupid. But I mean, if the man can collaborate with Sia, why the fuck can he not collaborate with Taylor Swift? I don't know. I'm just saying. And I'm hoping for a good Eminem and Ed Sheeran collab. I like Remember the Name because Ed Sheeran's rapping skills are very underrated. I want Eminem to have Ed Sheeran rap on one of his songs, not the other way around. Also, I like 21 Pilots. Tyler Joseph has said he likes Eminem, so come on, let's do that. Wow, I really just said I want an Eminem and 21 Pilots collab. What is wrong with me, bro? But yeah, if there's any project that I'm waiting for, it's another Bad Meets Evil album. Because that album, if I were to rank it here, it would probably be at like number 3. Actually, no, number 4. Beating Marshall Mathers LP, but since it's not a solo album, I'm not. But yeah, that's my Eminem ranking of all his entire discography. I might do a top 10 verses. That might be fun. Thank you for watching. Roll the outro.